Alright, so we're gonna test XBMC pass-through to the Xbox. So we have a HTPC hooked up underneath there, and that's connected. I think it's from. Where is it in our phone? Alright, so I think it's from the PC HDMI out into the HDMI in on the Xbox, and then from HDMI out on the Xbox into the receiver, then out to the projector. So we're just gonna test some pass-through to see how XBMC works. You know, we need to test connect Xbox, select, and that's everything we could be ready. Resume store.
We're walking.
Xbox home. Nice. Well, what else we could try? Xbox settings. Xbox settings. I think it has to go to, you know.
Oh.
Xbox go to settings. That is it. It's have to say go to stuff like that.
Right. So also output the PC to it.
The PC on.
Supposed to be. See the line or what's
Alright, so there's the settings preferences. Is that something up in here that we should do, you know? I will figure out all of that later. Xbox go to TV. The PC should be here.
So it's starting.
The voice commands working surprisingly well, boy.
Yeah, looking good.
Anyway to watch TV. Alright, start. Boom!
Okay, there.
Tiny PC there. Alright, next. Turn on your TV when you say Xbox on. You could set it up to do that?
Do you remember to have an IR blaster?
Right, you could. Well, I should skip that for now then.
Yeah.
You can use your voice to turn on or adjust the volume of TV. You'll need to know a few things about your TV first. Right, so I guess then you could go and learn the IR codes and everything there. So you skip that for now. You're skipping one guide because it's a PC, no cable. Better. Attractive TV shows you watch. I'll say no to that. Because I guess then you're gonna be looking at that from your cable stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Hopefully I should go back and change that if it integrates with Netflix. Hey, XBMC there, boy. Well, pawn someone. Well, I don't know if we could actually play a video with any free.
I'm supposed to be hearing sound here.
You're not hearing no sound?
No.
What the PC output into?
HDMI?
Remember we change up what kind of thing the PC doesn't get trouble with that?
Because it's
error. Remember we unplug and plug back, you know, kind of thing, it must be acting out.
Yeah, but I just switched the PC on. Unless it didn't detect it because it didn't set up the TV properly as yet, we could just restart the PC here and see.
Yeah, try that and see. And if we go down, well, any listed devices will be there.
Yeah.
Alright, XBMC doesn't seem to be finding an audio device, so we're just going to restart the Windows 8 box and see if that fixes it, now that we set up the TV options on the Xbox. I'm surprised how good the voice command is working, but then in here is an optimal room for it too.
Exactly, it had no echo or nothing.
Nothing. It's when you reach room to see.
The screen looking off, some
Yeah, it is off.
like the resolution off. What the hell is that? Like the
forget
processing of the Xbox, you know.
Don't forget we're still on the Xbox.
Because the resolution was looking off, because that usually in the center of the screen. Go back full, let me see.
And looking center from here.
That resolution looking, okay, looking better than now, I think. Some of that.
Well, look at have an audio signal. Well, you could go and right click and go and see what the resolution set to.
Let me see the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we restart the PC after setting up the Xbox TV options, and we now have audio in XBMC working. See what audio device. So you see it going straight to your receiver.
Yeah.
I'm
We
really
need to
interested
change
to
that to WhatsApp here, right?
Yeah, change it. I'm really interested to see if what WhatsApp will do, because normally a WhatsApp device is disabled access from other stuff.
Right.
Try it and see.
Well, that's just other stuff from the PC perspective.
So would your receiver be able to pick up WhatsApp,
Where you go?
XBMC,
where you go
and
see?
the Xbox at the same time? Well, easy with the test. We will put something to play here and then go back to the Xbox and see if we hear anything.
What to play?
I don't know. Go with like a trailer.
Trailer got to be pulling, going to suck the bandwidth.
With
I
Percy
can't-
Jackson ready.
Well, they do that because Percy Jackson had True HD. Somewhere right
Check your
there.
WhatsApp settings. It just do that sometimes when the WhatsApp off.
I thought we just fixed the WhatsApp.
Just verify it.
I feel this thing not outputting
I'm not passing through.
they're not passing through.
Because the Xbox still getting audio.
Unless you do something.
Alright, so we're waiting for K96 to finish download. We found something earlier, so just to recap that. We were taking a look at the HTPC functionality and how the audio pass-through system works when you connect a PC. Now when we try to play a video, Xbox, go to TV. The PC off.
We going to sleep. Not going to sleep, but.
Oh, yes, I was gonna put on the. Alright, so from XBMC, you just want to go across to the settings.
Yeah. I think it crashed XBMC.
XBMC itself crash. Press the Windows key and see what happens.
No, no Windows key.
Control and escape is Windows key.
No, XBMC not crashing. Oh, the resolution got messed up.
Just slash it or quit it. Try the slash first.
Alt F4 slash. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, actually work. Right.
Alright, so we're in XBMC. Jumping across to the audio settings. So we set XBMC like we usually do on WhatsApp HDMI pass-through to the receiver. But when we attempt to play a True HD or a DTS master audio file, the audio does not play properly.
We could show them.
Yeah, you could try it with a small clip. So right, so it's set up on pass-through, so try to
No, we can start anything because we know it won't play.
yeah, so do Percy. Yeah. Alright, so we are trying to play this Percy Jackson. This has a supposed to be a True HD track. And that's what's happening. XBMC usually does this.
Actually, that.
XBMC usually does this when your receiver does not support the audio stream that XBMC is trying to push. What about the DAC you wanted to mention?
It's supposed to change to show you.
Right, so the DAC, on the DAC, I think that should be coming out on the video. It should be saying on the DAC itself True HD or DTS ME. If you notice on the DAC, I'm not sure if you're going to notice it, but right now the DAC is saying PCM 1080p 7.1. What we think is happening, well not think, we're pretty sure that's what's happening. The Xbox itself is outputting 7.1 to the receiver. So it's not really passing the audio through from the PC to the receiver. So let me just go in the Xbox settings So when we realized the movie was not playing, we went in the settings to take a look. We go display on sound, come across here. So this says 7.1 uncompressed. Now I guess this is just the setting or the audio quality Xbox set on to output to your receiver. So the Xbox itself is capable of 7.1 lossless audio, but it's doing some sort of processing or some sort of upmixing of the signal before it gets to the receiver
From the TV.
from your TV or your PC or what have you. So if we play a file that does not have DTS, probably just restart the
Right.
yeah, start the episode from scratch. That should be fine. Alright, so that plays fine.
Now this is a story, y'all.
Alright, so you can see that played fine because it doesn't have any special encoding, no DTS master, no True HD, just a standard SD track, and that went through fine. So if you're dealing with standard HD content or SD content, then the Xbox is going to work fine as a pass-through. I guess if you don't have any receiver and you're just using standard TV speakers and that kind of stuff, you're not going to notice the difference. But any audio file definitely won't want to be doing this because the Xbox is processing that audio signal and it's not passing the pure signal to the receiver. Alright, so I think that's it. So bottom line, audio files or people using high-end equipment, you don't want to be passing that through the Xbox. So you'll have to use your regular input switching and that kind of stuff.